Hello, everybody. Welcome to chapter 114 on my RLDR Custom Creations YouTube channel. It is the weekend edition, and I'm standing here with a good friend of mine. This is the oak I picked up on Thursday. And if you want to see what I'm going to do with this oak, all you have to do is stay tuned. Well, as you can see, looking through the window, it's a bright sunny day outside today. I'm just before noon on a Saturday. The look outside the window is deceiving, though. We've had a real cold spell here, and all of next week is supposed to be temperatures minus 30, minus 43, 44 with wind chill. At minus 40 Fahrenheit Celsius, doesn't make any difference. It's all the same. But it's funny how February, the sun is out. Minus 30 in February doesn't feel as bad as minus 30 in January. Anyway, I got my oak last Thursday, and I am going to start another project. Yes, I know. That's crazy, but that's kind of the way I work. I always have 4 or 5 things going at a time. So we're going to start the towel cabinet for our bathroom. That's going to, well, technically I've started already, but we're going to do more now this next week. My son-in-law is coming out, and I don't know, he's a sick person. He likes painting, so he's going to come out and help us paint. So we got a hallway to paint. Went to Windsor Plywood on Thursday. Besides picking up the oak, I picked up all the casing and baseboard for basically the rest of our house. I'm not going to make that same mistake again, that if you don't buy it all at once, you'll never find it again. So anyway, we're going to get that going. I still have my drawers to make. I have 20 drawers to make for my cabinets. I've got students coming in. I'm thinking maybe developing some templates for Gibson Les Paul. So, and there's regular work in the shop, cleanup, organizing, all that stuff. So yeah, life is busy, but hey, that is the best. So anyway, this week I want to start gluing up panels for our towel cabinet in the bathroom. Now our bathroom is small, and everything I do in my life, because I tend to overdo everything, it always becomes a game of inches. So with that in mind, I thought what I do today is show you some of the planning stuff that goes into developing my specs for, in this case, a towel cabinet. Now, I don't do this with all the projects I build, but most of them I do it with pretty much everything. I tend to sketch it all first. I respect the people who have some computer skills that would do this all in a program like SketchUp or one of the drafting programs. I was taught some drafting when I went through my teacher education, and I've always been a pencil and paper person. So during my years of teaching, I had some art books, this big, Dollarama, no lines on the page, and I'd always take 2 pencils to a staff meeting, and I would draw the whole time. That's just the way I think. I don't think well on the computer. Things take me too long. I'm not that good. But give me a pencil, and I can do it. So that's what I've done today. I did a drawing, and I'm going to take you into the house and show you some CAD design as well. So this should be kind of interesting if you like designing things on your own like I do. And we're going to show you the process. So just hang in there. I'll be right back. All right, what you see before you is a rough sketch that I did. Basically, all I use is a pencil and a ruler. And I drew this in cabinet oblique, for those of you drafting people out there. And the camera seems to be the angle I have, makes it look somewhat distorted. This looks narrower to me looking through the camera than this, but trust me, it's parallel. Um, so yeah, that's basically the box. And I probably should have drawn the other side because that's the side you'll see. But essentially for planning, this will work. So why bother sketching something? Well, first of all, there's a number of important things that you can decide in the sketch phase. For example, materials. Well, I've decided on materials before, and since this side's going to be oak, like it's going to match the vanity, so I thought rather than use a Baltic birch or a birch plywood and skin it with oak on the outside, this isn't a whole lot of solid oak. I would just build the box out of solid oak. So that's what I'll start doing, maybe even tomorrow, start gluing up the panels. And the other thing, oh, by the way, adjustable shelving, half-inch Baltic birch. And that, I've learned already working with my wife, one of the things that I've learned is I am the builder, but basically she is the designer. She knows what she wants. And I don't go through this without talking with her. Because, like I say, the house is hers. I like building in it, but it's hers. So the shop is mine. So that division of power has worked wonderfully for us over the years. But so I'm going to build this out of oak and Baltic birch. The other detail, okay, overall size. And you'll notice on the plan here, I've got 42 inches tall, 20 wide, and 10 deep. After our CAD design of this, a couple of measurements have changed. So I'll explain that when I get in the house and show you what we've done. So, okay, so the size of it's important. Joinery. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do any fancy box joints or anything like that. I'm just going to use a rabbet joints on the corners. And the top corners you won't even see anyway because there's going to be a molding that I'm going to make that'll go right up to the ceiling. Right now this cabinet is about 2 inches below the ceiling. So we're gonna frame that off so that there's no dust up there. Joinery, okay, hinges, well, I know where the hinges are, and I have a drawing of that. There we go, there's the door. Hinge, 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 hinge. Opener, like pull, like I made on the bathroom vanity. Okay. Shelf pins. Okay, we're going to use the same metal shelf pins I used on the vanity. That they have worked out really well. Or sorry, the medicine cabinet. The medicine cabinet, by the way, is awesome. I love the mirror on it. Okay, we were talking. My wife likes to roll the towels up and put them in place, which is really neat and maximizes your storage, and it looks better. She has them in baskets now. But since we had our CAD design to look at, she has decided that I was just going to build her shelves with like a box, and then she could put things in there. But she wants to use containers, and she's figured out how to do it. So again, happy wife, happy life. The door pull I talked to you about already. That's another thing you can decide. And I need to figure out the molding for the top yet, but that comes later. This all can be installed before I work on that. What I may have to do is put a piece of solid oak in here, maybe down a couple inches, so that I have something to fasten that crown onto. But that's basically the way this works. And the drawing of it has helped me visualize this. So like I say, somewhere in my other book, this is a brand new book. In my staff meeting book, thankfully these things have quite a few pages. In my staff meeting book, oh, by the way, that's my second staff meeting book, I have a drawing of my tool drawers, like that 8-foot cabinet I'm making at the other end of my shop. And yeah, I spent a lot of time sketching because yeah, there were lots of reasons for it, but I was joking with one principal that I had who had a terrific sense of humor. I loved working with him. And I went up to him one day and I said, I really have to give you tar for this. He says, I'm not getting any drawing done anymore because you're making this fun and interesting. So anyway, to that principal, he's probably not watching, but all the best in his career. So anyway, uh, that's the drawing of it. That has helped me get some things figured out in my mind. The shelf pins, well, I'll use my jig that's set up for that European system, which is, I think, 38 millimeter apart. So that all works. And I don't think there's anything, oh, okay, I screwed up one there on that side. Anyway, that's the first phase of it, trying to get some ideas down on paper. And you know what? For the next phase, we're going to go into the house and I'm going to show you what I've got set up there. So we'll see you in the house. And we're in my bathroom. And yes, this is my CAD mock-up of our bathroom cabinet. I bet you were thinking it'd be something with the computer. No, this is cardboard-aided design. And doing a mock-up of a cabinet is something that I don't do all that often, but I know it's something that a friend of mine, a professional furniture builder, does from time to time, is make a mock-up. He usually, I think, does it out of a cheaper wood, but this is cardboard. This is a box I had around. And what I was hoping to see is, because again, we're in a game of inches here, we're in a tight space, what's the largest cabinet we can get away with in this space is essentially what we're looking for. Now, this is the measurements that I showed you in the book. So it's 42 inches by 20 inches by, this will be 10 inches deep. And you know what? Thank goodness we did this, because I would have built this and realized that it's a little bit too big for our situation. For example, I feel that this is too close. So my wife has decided, and I agree with her, that we're going to shorten this by about 3 inches. So it'll be about 39 inches tall rather than 42. The width I think we're good with, so that's good. We got 4 inches on this side and 4 inches on this side, which allows you to get in here and wipe things down. Oops, not very sturdy. But and I think that's going to be okay, and Sheila agrees with that, so that's good. But the other thing is we've got a little bit too much depth too. Now, luckily, the fixture that Sheila ordered for our bathroom, it adjusts, so we can telescope those two arms out, and I think right now it's about as far out as we'd like it, and we can get it so that, oops, we don't have a deep shadow in the corner of the bathroom, which is important. You want your light to be everywhere. So I think what we're going to do is this cabinet is going to go down an inch. Actually, a wee bit more than that. We're going to go down to 9 inches with the door. So the door is going to be exactly like this. So it'll be, and the handle and everything, as you saw already from my drawing, will be the same way. Just basically take this door and flip it upside down and put it up here. Now, we are going with one door as opposed to two. Now, often on 20 inches, you could do 2 doors and get away with it. But opening this door this way, in my opinion, obstructs the natural flow of getting things in and out of here. So having one door opening this way, we'll get 105-degree hinges, and it's all wide open from this side, which is good. Now, I really like this way of storing towels. Not that towel storage is something that keeps me awake at night, but this is nice. But Sheila pointed out to me that regardless of the baskets she chooses, because apparently there are narrower ones, that, see, this fits in a 10-inch cabinet, but it'll be a little tighter in a 9. But she pointed out to me that this will work like this as well, and I kind of like that look. So just to give you an idea, it sits on the counter beautifully. So is doing a mock-up necessary for every project you do? I think once you start doing it, and if you can do it quickly, it gives you a perspective that you can't get from a 2D or even like, 3D drawing, which is essentially tricking your eye into being 3D. But this is a full-size model, the outside. Now, yeah, I don't need to put all the shelves in and everything. I'm going to do adjustable holes all the way up both sides. We can have as many shelves and place them wherever we want them. So I don't need to do the shelves. The door I know is going to swing to here, well, 20 inches, probably about here. End of the shower, end of the first panel of the shower, which doesn't matter because it's not going to be open all that long anyway. So I think this is going to be good. Yeah, the cardboard is a great idea. I'm glad I came up with it. No, other people have done it before, and the cardboard aided design, I didn't make up that saying either, so I'm just borrowing it. So anyway, I think, so that's the first stage of designing the bathroom vanity, or sorry, the bathroom towel cabinet that I'm going to start building this next week. And I'm sure that I'll show you some segments of that. But this is a good way to do things. And you know what? But I think I'm out of things to say about this. So that's the weekend edition. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, we've got Frosty we're going to give away Frosty at 500 subs. So, and we're at about 425 or so now. So if we could get that 75 quickly. Right now, there are 8 people on the list for the Frosty giveaway, so get your name in. All you have to do is go back to that video, or shoot, even in the new video, just comment, hey, I'd like Frosty, and I'll put your name on the list. Anyway, so take care, have a great weekend, and we'll see you sometime next week.